Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Rest Round Bets. Welcome. We're your hosts, Matt and Nick, and today we're breaking down UFC Who Gives a Fuck. It's one of these heavyweight cards where they just stack a bunch of heavyweights, and
Is it?
well, at least the top two are, I think. Or no, they've
Oh,
got like three, I think, heavyweight fights on here.
I didn't even recognize any of the names.
You know it's a bad card when they try to just sneak in like the heavyweights because they know it's about to be some ass and they're just hoping for knockouts. But we had a nice little lovely weekend off, so it's time to get back to business. It's time to get back to making you guys some money. So
I
this
don't know
week,
if I can do it on this card. I literally would have given a pass if we didn't do anything. There's no way I'd have any super live betting advice for this card.
there's one, my lock of the week. I'm feeling pretty good about. The other are just basically I'm going on who I like. I'm not using very many saber metrics on this
Yeah,
episode,
low on analytics this week.
but sometimes that's when I do my best. So let's get things started. First, I'm going Walt Harris over Marcin Tybura because one, I needed a dog on my card, and two, like, is Marcin Tybura any fucking good? Like, I feel like I just have not been impressed by him. Like, what has he had like a
It's
notable
on a
win?
4-fight win streak.
But I don't know. I just who is he beating though?
Ben Rothwell, Greg Hardy,
Yeah,
people that are kind of on the same level as Greg Hardy. Or I mean, who's he fighting? Walt Harris. Wow,
Walt
that's kind of
Harris.
racist. Yeah.
Nah, Marcin Tybura as a favorite, no. And Walt Harris, how can you not root for the guy after the horrendous story he went to? Has he gotten a W since he's been back from
Don't
that?
think so.
Yeah, he's due. So he's a dog, and let's see. Oh, well, so he lost to Alistair Overeem and Alexander Volkov, who
Two
both are,
knockouts.
yeah, not great. He's gonna have a bounce back fight. I like him plus 155.
Okay, I am going to actually go with the chicks first. Chicks are leading the way. I'm taking Montana De La Rosa by decision, of course, because I don't think. I mean, she choked out that one chick, but I don't
Mhm.
think that she's going to be choking out Lipsky. This is just going to be a lot of wrestling. I believe she's plus 115, and so just a nice little unit bet on Montana De La Rosa to kind of do what she does, which is throw pillow punches, clinch, a lot of sitting in close guard, uh, all the things that add up to a nice, clean cut decision win. And since Ariane Lipsky is completely, I thought about taking Lipsky inside the distance as well, but then I figured that actually is a bet. It's just anything but Montana De La Rosa inside the distance, and the odds come out to minus 300, which I
I
felt was a
see.
little steep
Hold
in
on.
case she.
You said Lipsky inside the distance isn't available because I see it here.
Oh no, I
Oh,
said I realized that if I took that and I was going to do both.
oh, it
I
wouldn't pay
realized that if
out.
I took that
Got it.
and De La Rosa by decision, what ends up happening is it just evens the odds out. But they have that as a bet. That's just not Montana De La Rosa inside
Mhm.
the distance, like any other outcome. Uh, but that comes out to minus 300, and I don't think minus 300 anything on this fight is worth betting on. So I'm
Mhm.
just going to stick with the De La Rosa decision line. But basically, unless Lipsky just nukes her within 2 minutes, this is clinch, guard work, pillow punches, repeat, because there's Lipsky stands no chance of stopping takedowns for 3 rounds.
All right, don't hate that bet one bit. Moving on to my next bet, I'm going Mr. Yips himself, Tom Breeze. You saw him in his last fight. He killed the Yips. R.I.P. the Yips. Not a thing anymore.
Oh, this is
Everyone knows
nice.
once you get over the Yips, they don't come back. No, I'm not saying that. I just can't flip flop back and forth. And I really liked Tom Breeze before he got the Yips, and I'm really hoping he gets back to that fighter. And he's kind of looked like that fucking fighter. So at minus 240, yes, that's kind of a line that will induce some yippiness, but I'm saying fuck it, go with my gut, minus 240, Tom Breeze.
That that one.
That one might hurt.
Tune back in Fight Night. That's gonna be bad. That minus 240 on the
You,
Yips guy.
yeah.
That sounds awful. Okay, lock of the week for me. 1 unit lock of the week, just because, like I said, this card is bullshit. Uh, I will be going against you here. I'm taking Marcin Tybura. I don't care that it's minus 175. Like you said, Walt Harris did get knocked out by Volkov and Overeem. His last 4 fights prior to that, he beat Alexei Olenek, who's 1,000. He beat Sergey Spivak, who Tybura has also beaten. He had a no contest with Andrei Arlovsky, uh, and was only overturned because he won a split decision, overturned after he tested positive for steroids. So needing steroids to get a split decision over 95-year-old Andrei Arlovsky. And then he beat Daniel Spitz, who, if you could tell me who that is,
You're a
applause.
liar.
You know
Yeah.
you know your ex UFC fighters. And then after that little win streak, his 2 losses. So one of them to Fabricio Verdum, that was on about 2 seconds notice. So okay, fair enough. He lost to Mark Godbeer. So not necessarily the most, when you're like, oh, has Marcin Tybura looked good against people? I don't know, but neither really is Walt Harris. I mean, the story sucks. He comes out guns blazing early on, which is totally fine. But one of the patented Marcin Tybura moves, and maybe his chin just dies this round. But I'm banking on no, because I know for a fact in about 3 of those last 4 dubs, he has eaten some serious leather.
That's
And then
true.
basically what he does is just get hit. It's a modern day rope-a-dope, but heavy emphasis on the dope, because Marcin Tybura just looks like he is absolutely brain dead.
Yeah,
But
dude, the fucking Polish could take some punches, man. Him and like Jan Blachowicz, I feel like could just like rock 'em, sock 'em robots to death.
yeah, and right, he's got that like just frozen miserable life existence strength in his chin. And so I think this is going to play out exactly like the Greg Hardy fight. I mean, I don't know that he's going to TKO Walt Harris, because I mean that's what ended up happening with Greg Hardy. But I think this is going to look real bad for Marcin till about the halfway point of round 1, and then it is going to be Walt Harris gassed
Yeah,
at
also this
going the
now
rest
that
of the
I'm
way.
now that I'm looking at this does have sadness. Now my sadness radar is going off. Like you can justify the loss to Alistair, and then it's like, oh, Volkov, he's also streaking. But then 3 fights in a row with the next drop being, if it's another KO, it'd be like, oh, is he have a job in the UFC anymore? Like the Scott Coker call might be coming pretty soon. So, oh fuck, yeah, no, you convinced me, but I'm still sticking with my bet at plus 155. My lock of the week, you had it already. Montana De La Rosa over Ariana Lipski. I don't know how many times we got to say it. Lipski fucking sucks at fighting. Awesome in the looks department. She's
Oh, I don't know
fucking
if she sucks at fighting. It's just the one thing that she's good at, which is just getting in ridiculous brawls. Because if you watch her KSW highlights, again, she's fighting people in KSW, but still, like, she slings. But the problem is
she only slings.
nobody over there wrestles at all.
Yeah.
And even the people that aren't good wrestlers in the UFC are like, I'm just gonna take this girl down. Why would I not do that?
And that's why she's not good at fighting, because you can't just be good at one area. Look at Antonina Shevchenko. Like they're like the same fighter.
Yeah, look at that Israel Adesanya guy. What a joke he is.
Hey, he's got a blue belt. That's pretty high up there. Yeah, Montella De Rosa is just gonna steamroller, so I'm taking her at minus 270. I didn't even think to look at decision, so I'm gonna add that on as well. Fuck it, I'm a man of no honor. Plus 115, I'm adding it on by decision. So I got 4 picks. I literally got to write that in, or I'm gonna forget. 4 picks are in, 2 for Nick. Those are the bets for us this week. As usual, you can find Nick at _ a guy in a gi. You could find me at Broliva MMA, and you can find us both at the Rest Round. If you're not listening to us on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, look us up on the Rest Round. We're going to be starting a new podcast series. We're going to be interviewing the people of MMA Twitter. We haven't thought of a new name for it yet, so if you got any suggestions, let us know. So coming to you soon is that, so be on the lookout for it. Up until next week. Next week's the banger card, right?
Next week is the banger.
All right. Just got to wait until next week. Get over the hump, and we're going to get to some real gambling here. All right, guys? So until next week, peace out, y'all.